Hello, folks, and welcome back to 3 at 3. Every business day, we bring you unusual option activity. We only got to bring you one of them during the halftime today, so stay tuned for the rest of the story, as our friend Paul Harvey would say. This is 3 at 3 for the 15th of July. Our disclaimer says that what I'm about to present is for educational and informational purposes only, full stop. Intellectual property rights, we have registered marks, we have trademarks, we have patents, and we have copyright on almost everything that you're about to see. That doesn't mean that we don't want you to share it with your friends. We do. And we want you to also share the link to the YouTube channel and so forth. What we prefer that you did not do is use this in a commercial venue without asking us first. Thank you. All right. Yesterday, we talked about MGM. Talked about it for unusual activity, and MGM was $40.28 or thereabout at that time. It has since fallen, but yesterday they were buying 1.2 million share equivalent of a short, both hands out, sell, of a short position. And as you see, bearish puts on the screen there, they were buying next week expiration July 40 puts, and they paid about 75 cents for those puts. How did those puts work out today? Well, let's take a look. They went up to $1.44 and higher. And that meant that you had nearly a double. And so I did take off half my position. I still believe in the story that short term, there's going to be pressure on this stock in particular. That's why somebody bought a bunch of puts yesterday, 1.2 million share equivalent on the short side. And if you look at where the stock is right now, it has fallen to 38.70. That would mean these calls are $1.30 in the money right now. The puts rather. The puts are $1.30 in the money because you take the 40 strike price. Differential between that and 38.70 is $1.30. So that's what these puts are worth right now. They've got more than a week to run. And we've already taken off half. So that means that we have fully paid for our position now. And anything beyond this is gravy. Now, as you've heard me say before, I will snug up a put basically to get out of the rest of this if the stock was to start moving to the upside, because I want to keep as much of this money that we've made in the trade as possible. But there you see that the low of the day had hit 38.59. At that level, of course, these would be worth what, $1.41 intrinsically in the money. And it's already traded 4.85 million shares today. Bang. All right, let's take a look at this one also. Phil Calrissian was nice enough to tweet at me saying I was highlighting U.S. long bond ETF, that they're predicting that that long bond goes higher, because long bonds go higher. That means interest rates go lower. And I said this to Scott Wapner when he asked me on the halftime report, hey, John, what do you think? You got a quick one for us? Yeah, I do. We're about to have Jeff Gundlach, the bond king, on. I think rates go lower. That's why, because we saw the 147.50 price ETF. Somebody speculated and bought 15,000 of the 150 calls. So $2.50 out of the money. I like following people that have a commitment like that of 1.5 million share equivalent. So I followed right along with them. Bought those upside calls, and I'm selling an upside call against the 147.50s that I bought. There you see it's already moved up to 148.36, not quite up a buck, but it's on its way to being up a buck on the day. And it's been as high as 148.49, which would be about $1 higher than where we entered. Volume today, a robust 9.6 million turnover for this ETF. Bang. Now let's take a look at Senator Schumer. Chuck Schumer says marijuana legalization will be a Senate priority. And because he said this, I think marijuana stocks will likely get a boost. So I was not shocked to see this. CGC, Canopy Growth Corp. CGC, they're buying upside calls, betting that Canopy goes higher. Now it hasn't today. It's down 50 cents. So it's trading lower than OG 2250, which is the strike price that they were buying. But I like the call. And I think that given a couple days, especially if I've sold upside calls, which I have against calls that I own, that we're in a position to take advantage of any legislation that Senator Schumer and the Senate and perhaps passed by the House will do. So I like the trade. I'm in the trade. There it is. Canopy growth right around that $20 level as we speak. So stocks 1982 to 2073 on the range. Just need to put out a quick one. I'll have to call you in just a sec. Thank you. Just getting a fill. Let's take a look also at CCJ, which is Camco Energy. This is a uranium play. These guys have done fabulously this year. This uranium play, $17.11. They're buying 1.35 million share equivalent of Canopy, Camco, and 52-week range. This was a $9 stock a year ago, folks. And it has run so far on the year to 21, pulled back to 17 now. How long ago was it at 21? Well, let me see here. It looks like it hit 21 right about the beginning of June. And the lows of $9 a year ago. We've had plenty of unusual activity in this one and have scored several times. So I like following this. An at the money call purchase. I bought these. I'm selling upside calls against it as we rally, which hopefully we will do. There it's moving up a little bit to 1725, a little deeper in the money. Been as high today as 1779. And the volume, look at that, 6.1 million share equivalent, or I'm sorry, 6.1 million shares, not just the equivalent, it is the shares, against an average over the last 10 days of 3.7 million. So something going on probably in the energy space. I like it. I'm following right along with it. And I like the upside from here. If you'd like to learn more about unusual option activity, by all means, go to marketrebellion.com/UOA. That is marketrebellion.com/unusual option activity, or UOA. You can learn all about how many trades we do a day, how many trades we do a week, what's the best particular offering that we have for subscriptions for you. Go check it out. Questions? You can direct them to me at Jon Najarian on Twitter. That's @JONNAJARIAN. JJ2000, and JJ's handle is @StockmasterJ. What are we thinking of Ford? All of a sudden, very weak. Well, there is tremendous demand. I know because I've been trying to buy some cars. There's been some pretty strong demand over the past little bit here for cars. However, the new models are coming out in about a month. They're not there yet. So what are we thinking? We're thinking that we got ahead of ourselves when the stock traded to about 1570 back there in the middle of June. And maybe we wait a little bit here. Let me see where we got the best entry, perhaps. Don't think we get there, but how about right around the 13 level? We're at 14 right now. I know that's probably thin gruel saying, oh, let's wait till 13. One of the things I like to do, folks, when I have an opinion like that, is I like selling puts at the 13 level. Why? Because if that's the level that I'm comfortable buying stock anyway, well, why not get paid for it? So that's one way that I would address it, Stockmaster J. And this came our way. John, what is your feeling on SoFi for the long term, especially with Nato as the CEO, also with the Super Bowl being played at SoFi Stadium in the upcoming year? I think you still own calls, but the stock has been going down recently. Thanks. Have a great day, my friend. I do like SoFi. Josh Brown loves SoFi. He told me how it's going to outperform my JP Morgan and my others. Not happening. Not happening. But it is a good stock to own. And I think that this is certainly one that you could buy. SoFi, the recent range, as you can see, if you pull up a chart, folks, is it's basically bouncing from, say, this $15 level up to about the $22 level. Needs to break out of that, but here at this level, $15.91 where it is right now, I definitely like it and I would hold it. Floor versus office. Hey, what was it like switching from open outcry to trading on a screen? This is coming our way from at Engineer, ENGINEER 2 trades. Engineer 2 trades. It was difficult because you don't have nearly the same amount of inputs as you have on the trading floor. You don't know which firms are buying and selling, because on the trading floor, of course, they had to tell us. They literally had to bark it out. Hey, John, take Merrill Lynch on that 500. Okay, Merrill Lynch was the buyer. Doesn't mean it's Merrill for them for their own account. Could be for a client. But knowing that something's coming in through Fidelity or Schwab or E-Trade or Trade Monster back in the day when we had that, versus coming in from Goldman Sachs or Morgan Stanley, that tells you something. You don't get that from upstairs. So it took a while to get used to that. But I would encourage you to see the movie Floored. I think if you go to YouTube and you type in FLOORED, Floored, my friends that made that movie did a great job. And thankfully, it's a nice time capsule of what it was like on the trading floor. Check it out, Floored. And thank you for checking us out. I got to go, but I hope you have a great day. If you need to get started in trading stock, options, futures, or crypto, go to marketrebellion.com/get started. I got to get going. Have a great day.